Ever wondered what having a home arcade would be like? Wonder no more. Watch my channel to find out how I built up my arcade from nothing to what it is now. Watch gameplay videos featuring tips and tricks, arcade game repair videos, high score updates, guest interviews, and much more. Arcade Sunday, your budget arcade channel. It's Arcade Sunday. Welcome back to Arcade Sunday. I thought I would do just a quick follow on from the last video about the marquee installation. I've found that because the black level is not printed very deeply, I'm going to try to install a diffuser for the LED and see how it comes out. What this really is, it's just a piece of paper that again I've stuck together with some sellotape, and I'm going to try and place that over the LED and see what the results are like. Basically what I've done, I've just put that piece of paper over the LED, just hanging it just in front of it with sellotape attached to the inside of the cabinet. The light is significantly less bright, but let's see how it looks with the marquee back in. Well, that definitely looks more subdued. I'm going to have to test it at night to see what it looks like, but I think that might do the trick. And now for something I really dread doing, but unfortunately I have to take this control panel off again. Oh. All that holds these panels in place are 4 screws, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and on the bottom of the screw there is a wing nut, easy to remove. Okay, another reason that I have taken this control panel off is because I've been having endless problems with some of the buttons that are wired to a second USB input controller, and here it is. This is the Chinese, very cheap Chinese device called the Xingmo. I didn't really like this from the beginning. There's inherent input lag with using this device. Maybe this is a first revision or an older one, but I cannot recommend this Xingmo controller at all. Cheap, it's a good idea, but doesn't really work very well, and now I think it's packed up completely because none of the buttons I had wired to it were working at all. So I'm going to take it out and just test it independently, but ultimately I think I'll get another Arduino micro to handle the controls better than us. Okay, just something else I noticed in one of my earlier videos. I was talking about the screen with these black lines flashing across the screen. Now that the machine inside is actually off at the moment and it's still exhibiting these bars, so there's only power to the screen itself. So that means there's nothing on the input side, nothing on the cable side. So unfortunately it must be something internal to the chassis. I thought I would get into the back of this monitor and just clean up some things. I've also just checked that my VGA cable, which is ending here, these connectors all seem good, and over here they're all connected to the correct pins, etc. I don't really see a problem with the connections going on here, so I thought I was going to just maybe try and clean up underneath the anode cap. I've just removed that now with my trusty anode cap remover tool, and I'm just going to clean this. It does seem quite dirty. It could be pulling, well, a lot of dust and stuff in there. It could be pulling dust into the tube, causing possible picture issues on startup. So let us have a look at that first. And also I may look at the neck board as well and just have a look to see what I can see there, if there's anything funny going on there. Let's see what we can do with this anode cap. So I've gone ahead and used electroclean inside all these pins here, plus the earth pin which is there, and then also I've just checked that the focus pin is in fact nicely, there's no corrosion in there, looks pretty decent I guess. I don't know, maybe it does look a little bit dodgy, but for the most part it's not broken, it's not obviously damaged, so I think I'm going to leave that alone for now.
and just try and reassemble this. Also cleaned these pots here, just shot some electric clean onto the back wipers here and in between where those little wheels are. This is a product I use, Electro Clean by Spaniard. Quite a good product. I've been using this for a while. I think it works quite well for cleaning electrical joints.
Okay, well, as we can see, the picture is still blurry. However, when it warms up completely, I'll just do some final adjustments and just see if I can see anything, basically. If it's made any difference whatsoever or not, we'll soon know. The blurriness is not such a problem because I can see it's already becoming clearer. That is what it's been doing for a while, so I don't care how long it takes to get clear, well, within reason, obviously. But I don't really feel like replacing this whole chassis just because of a slight problem. We'll come back to this shortly. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. The picture looks pretty stable now. I'm not having those black line artifacts anymore, which is actually great. But while I was busy cleaning the color pots on the neck board, I obviously adjusted the colors up. I'm using this color test screen. This is on all Neo Geo games. If you go into hardware test and then you choose the color screen test, this is it here. So I'm going to use this and a mirror to basically see what I'm doing behind the cabinet when I adjust out the pots. So I can't seem to adjust out red at all. Could very well be cable fault at this point. Again, I don't know what to make of this. Okay, so I'm going back to the theory that there's a cable fault here. I actually pulled the red straight off the chassis while it was running and saw no difference. So this red cable, wherever it might be, is not making contact at all with the chassis, so I believe that's a problem. What I'm going to do is just test this out. Okay, so as we know, these pins are R, G and B, 1, 2 and 3. So if I just test R, the first pin should beep. If it beeps now, then there's something else going on here. Okay, so we have a beep, which is bad. I didn't want that actually. So that means that there's something wrong elsewhere, unfortunately. Okay, so there's something else going on with my chassis or monitor, unfortunately. Just going to remove the chassis from machines so that let's take a better look at it. I'm not quite sure still. Here's the power here. Why this is being so difficult. I sincerely hope there's nothing wrong with my actual tube, because I'll have a heart attack if it is the tube. Nonetheless, get this out of here. Oh well, there's the chassis in all its glory, I guess. Nothing really that stands out here. I'm thinking about these caps here along. So obviously you've got your RGB gain here. So RG and B, these caps are directly related to those, and these little transistors here are related directly to each one of those in the line. So it can be transistor fault possibly, it can be a cap fault. So it's fairly standard caps. I can just maybe, or this cap is a bit loose here. I might have a dry joint here. Oh, won't that be luck? Can you see that moving there? That's a dry joint. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to try and reflow this capacitor. As you can see, it's totally loose. There it is there, moving around like a little bugger. So let us try and add some solder to this. Okay, so that's good and solid. It's great. Okay, so let's don't move no more. Okay, I think we're gonna go and try and plug this in and see what happens. Okay, so red is back. Very happy about that. Well, it actually looks a lot better than I was used to, so perhaps that was a slow failing problem that I've only actually really noticed since it failed. The colors are a bit off. I probably boosted so much red into this picture because I couldn't see red before, so yeah, so it's a bit dark, but I can easily just adjust the brightness, and we'll monitor this as we go along. For now it appears as if those little black lines I was talking about as well have also gone, so that's great results. So it was probably just that dry joint. It just shows you such a simple thing, and causes a whole heap of headaches and problems. I will continue monitoring this, and let you know. Thanks for watching. Cheers for now. Bye.